Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. I am still on cloud nine, seeing this doctor and his team work on the procedure that we did. Was live, which is amazing. And doctor, thank you for letting me be in your office.
We were delighted to have you.
So it was great. Let's talk a little about this, because as we were saying before, this wouldn't be possible 5, 10 years ago, would it?
Well, the technology that you saw is only a little over a decade old, and for the specific type of case we did, we've only been doing that for several years, only for 2 or 3 years. A really life-saving procedure. I wish you could have seen that patient the next morning, because what he said to us is, "You've given me my life back." That sort of instant improvement in symptoms is what we saw the next day. You know, it's interesting when you talk about the field of cardiology. I think you have to go back to the mid-1980s, which was a turning point or a watershed moment in cardiology, and specifically interventional cardiology, what we did. What we saw in the mid-1980s is the best and the brightest graduating from medical school began to pursue careers in this new field called cardiology. And what's transpired over those 30 years is that cardiology is now a treasure trove of brilliant innovators. Yeah. And it's that type of innovation that you saw play itself out yesterday in the cardiac catheterization laboratory.
Yeah, and I got to say that the team was amazing, and we were talking about it, and if you missed it, you said that maybe 2, 3 years ago, you wouldn't have this team together in there, because you guys would have all your different little things going on, and you guys all came together for one patient.
We came together as a team, and some of the doctors that you met, Dr. Shaw, Dr. Burke, Dr. Riley, each one a different discipline of cardiovascular medicine, one a surgeon, one an imaging expert, a couple of interventional cardiologists. And it's this coming together as a team which allows us to do something that individually none of us would be able to do, but as a team, we're able to advance medicine and patient care and return patients to their families and their lives, and have really productive, high-quality lives.
Yeah, you changed someone's life with that small little device.
Wasn't that amazing?
That was. I just can't believe that little device is now in someone that is literally helping them breathe better, live better, and go on in life, which is great.
One of the things that you and I discussed, if you look at patients who need that procedure but don't get it, compared to patients who do get the procedure, those who have that valve repair that we performed tend to live longer, more productive, better quality lives. But if you look at their lives 2 to 3 years down the road, they have a fraction of the readmissions to the hospital. And that's a very important thing. You know, Brad, patients get very frustrated by having repeat hospitalizations. And this technique, this innovation, has allowed patients to live lives without going back and forth to the hospital.
Yeah. Other reason why you wanted to do the procedure was that you wanted to let people in to the operating room to see how this can be done, and also to educate them on getting it done, because I think a lot of people get a little worried, especially when it comes to our hearts, about a surgery. I think that pretty much stops some people when you do talk with them, like, well, am I going to be successful or anything like that? But this is where you wanted to open your doors up to show them that this is possible, and this is what the future is, and this is what you want them to do to stay healthy and live longer.
Well, let me ask you a question. Did you expect what you saw? Didn't it demystify it a little bit for you?
Yeah, it did. You know, we see it on TV, we see these, you know, all this rushing around and everything like that. I saw a well-oiled machine, but it was calm. There was no tense. I thought it was going to be tense in there. I thought it was going to be scary. We talked about it, but you said the best operating room that you're in is one where everybody is calm, talking with each other, and of course, doing the jobs that they do.
Right. Everyone is relaxed in there, but the communication is constant. I think that was the thing that you saw. There's constant communication, and like a well-oiled team, everybody's hands are moving in their little specific area, working for the common good. And the common good is a patient. A patient, Brad, who is, he or she is at the most vulnerable point of their life. This patient, it's not too much to say that this patient was dying. This patient was losing ground. And at the most vulnerable point in this patient's life, we're able to come together and restore this patient's health.
I like it. Well, we're not done teaming up.
I like that.
Because again, he's not going to let me work on anybody, but I'm allowed to be in there, which is really nice. And hopefully we're going to show some more of the procedures that you do a little different at times and stuff. And also we want to hopefully meet the patient. You said they might be willing to come and talk to us.
I think that would be a nice follow-up.
Yeah.
I think two things. One, that would be a terrific follow-up. And I must say, I was extraordinarily impressed with how quickly you got into a groove in there. You got real comfortable real quickly. I was very impressed. I didn't know, you've never been in the operating room. You got your sea legs pretty quickly.
Thank you. Well, that was all on the little operation game I've been working with.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Rizik. And again, you can see the procedure on aztv.com/procedure right now. And I tell you, go over and watch and just see the amazing work that they're doing to save lives.